Hey guys, this is MrCrayfish and welcome back to my Redstone tutorials. In this tutorial today, I'm going to be teaching you how to build this very simple arrow minigame. So I'll give you a little demo right now. Let me just reset the life indicator we have here. Now all you have to do is you have to set a distance for people to fire at, and the aim of this is to hit the button in the middle there, the red one. So we're going to just guess there, I guess. And then, oh no, we lost a life. So what we have to do is collect that arrow, try it again. And I'm just going to go straight there for the red button. And then when we hit that red button, the prisoner that is in this chamber will be set free from the bottom here. And that's essentially it. Now if the life indicator ran out, lava would actually pour on them, which therefore kills them. So I'm going to be teaching you how to build this. So we are going to build the chamber first, and for this you are going to need 1 lava bucket, 8 glass blocks, 2 sticky pistons, 24 blocks of your choice. I've just got some chiseled stone. Make sure it's not wood because that will burn from the lava and we don't want that to happen. We need 8 fence and 8 iron bars. So you want to get your fence and just create a 2 high pillar like that. Leave a space, create another one. Go back, create another one like that, and then the last one obviously goes like that. Come up to the top here and we want to create a square with no block in the middle there. Come 2 up on each corner. Create that bottom again but on the top. Now around the edge of the top here, place your iron bars. Now in these gaps here, place your glass. Now go around the back and we need to place the pistons now. And we need to place them on this side of the block facing to the front. So we need to place it on that one and that one. So we can simply do that by going 2 out from that block, breaking the one in the middle there, then going under it, facing to the back, and then right click and place it on that block there, and now that piston will push that block to the front way. Now do that for the top one as well. So the last thing that we're going to do is place the lava. So for now we're going to temporarily place a dirt block there and the lava there. And we're just going to do that just so the lava doesn't come down into the chamber and out the bottom hole here. If it did, it would probably burn up these fences here. Later on we will destroy that dirt block. Next we are going to build the targets, and for this you are going to need 6 white wool, 1 red wool, 7 wooden buttons, make sure they're wooden. If they're stone, the arrows won't press them down. 1 redstone torch, 64 pieces of redstone dust. Now I say this because this design might vary to where you build it, so you might have your chamber over there, and for that you are going to need more redstone. So everybody's design is going to vary, and that's why I say you just need 64. You're going to need 6 pieces of glowstone and 64 stack of building blocks. I've just got some stone bricks. Now the first thing that we need to do is place a line of blocks like that. Then we need to go up 8 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go down, do that on this side as well. And then place one in the middle there. And now in between here, that should be a 7 space there from the top of this block to that one. Now behind it, we need to go up 3 wool, 1 red, and then 3 wool again. Now on all the blocks of the wool, place your wooden buttons. Now get your glowstone, and what we're going to do is we're going to pillar up on this back right corner here. We want to go 1 glowstone. Now place a block that you're not going to use. Place another glowstone, another block, and then one more glowstone. Now on the back sides of the blocks that we're not going to use, actually place one more at the top here. Now on the back sides of the blocks that we're not going to use, place the glowstone and then destroy them. Now on top of each glowstone block, place redstone. Now come at the top of the glowstone here, and you want to place one at the back here in the center on the same layer as this glowstone here. Do one more across, and then you want to place one a layer higher but on this back left corner. Place your redstone on those 3 blocks there. Now behind this bottom block of wool, place a building block and then put redstone on top of it. Now the last thing that we're going to do for this is link up this red block's signal when the button is pressed to this bottom piston over here. So we simply just place blocks on the right side coming across. Then we just make it come this way. Bring it down a couple of levels. Now we actually need to invert this, so at the end you want to place a redstone torch. Then on top of all the blocks we have placed, put redstone. Now where I placed the block at the start here, make sure it's placed on the left side and the redstone is touching that red block there, because if you placed it somewhere else, maybe one of these buttons will power it, and that's not what we want to do. So if I go ahead and press this button now, you'll hear that every time I press it, the piston is retracting and then extending. Now this next bit is going to be the hardest part of this tutorial, so make sure you follow it carefully. So we're going to be building the life indicator. So what you are going to need for this is 8 redstone repeaters, 3 redstone lamps, 64 pieces of redstone dust, and again I say this because your design is going to vary, 2 redstone torches, 1 sticky piston, 1 button of your choice, it doesn't matter whether it's wood or stone this time, and 64 building blocks. First we are going to place 5 blocks in a line horizontally, then 2 up on either side, and then 3 on this top layer here. Now place your redstone lamps in the middle here. Now come around the back here, and on this side of the life indicator, what we want to do is place a kinda backwards L like that. Do one of these on the other side as well. Now on this middle redstone lamp here, place 2 blocks, and now it should be the same distance for all of them there. On these blocks, place redstone. Now on top of these redstone pieces here, place a block like that. Now in between them, place a block, so we're going to have to right click on the side of the redstone there. Do one on the ends as well. It should look something like that so far. Now on these blocks that we placed in between, you want to place redstone repeaters facing towards the target area. Now where we place the blocks in between, you want to bring them back 2 more. But don't do this for the last one. Put blocks in between these end ones. Now place some redstone repeaters facing into the redstone repeaters we placed before. Then redstone on these blocks here. Now in front of this end repeater here, place a block. Then we need to go up on top of it. And you need to place 1, 2, 3 blocks. Now place blocks that you're not going to use. Destroy these 2 here and leave the one at the top. Then place a sticky piston on the bottom of it facing downwards like that, and it should have a gap in between it. Place a block on the back side of the piston. Then we need to place one diagonally down one, back one more. Now on this front face of this block here, place a redstone torch, and then the power of that should go into there, which powers the piston. On top of this block here, place a redstone torch. like that, and it should be turned off. Now for instance, if we placed a button here, every time we press this, it will quickly retract and then extend again. Next, what we need to do is when this redstone here is powered on, we want the power from this block here to go into this redstone, so simply just place blocks until they're in line with that. Now once it's in line with it, we're actually going to have to bring it down one, just because if we placed a block there then put redstone on it, that redstone torch is going to be on and we don't want that to happen. So we need to bring it down one layer. So we'll bring it down like that, then bring it under it like so. Place redstone on them. Then place redstone on these blocks at the top here. Now we need to build a reset button, so we're simply just going to place 3 blocks down, 2 on either side, 1 in the middle there. Place a block of your choice or whatever in the middle there, put your button on it. Now around the back here, all we need to do is link up the redstone to this repeater here. Then it should look something like this. Now if we press this button, which we're going to, so press it, what this will do is it will turn on all these repeaters, and you'll see that these repeaters are now locked, and I'm going to explain this after. But what this essentially is a counter. Next, what we need to do is link the redstone on top of this block here to the top piston of the chamber. So simply just make a spot for the redstone to go on, bring it over to the top piston. Now on top of those blocks we just placed, place your redstone all along there. Now somewhere in between this line of redstone that we just placed, we're going to need to place a repeater. And even if you've got a short line and then redstone makes it to the piston, we still need to add one. And what this does is, because this flashes for only half a tick, this redstone will turn off really quickly, and then it will just it will make the piston flicker back and forth, and it won't actually pull the block back in. That's just what happens when, if you flicker a piston too fast, it won't pull that block back in, and then that's kind of a little bug. But we can fix it by placing a redstone repeater in between somewhere and then putting it to 4 ticks. Now because this needs 4 ticks to turn off, and this only flashes off for 1 tick, this repeater won't turn off. Therefore this redstone here won't turn off, and this piston won't retract unless this redstone is completely off. Now before we continue, I suggest that you change the position of these. Initially they were at the back here, but what I have done is I have moved it to the left, and this just makes the redstone a whole lot easier. Before, it was just going to get a little bit messy, and it was possibly going to conflict with this redstone down here. Now we're coming to the end of the tutorial. All we have to do is connect this redstone here up to that block. Now we want to make sure that the redstone signal goes into it, because if it's not, it won't turn off this torch and then your buttons will be useless. So we need the redstone to go into here, and the best way I found it was placing a block on the side of that redstone there, placing a block on top of it. Now we can place redstone here like that, and that doesn't interfere. Now simply just bring this along the right here, and then place a block behind that glowstone, and then pop the redstone on top there. Now finally, the last thing that we've actually got to do in this tutorial is to set these repeaters to a delay of 2, so simply right click it once, and now that is a 2 tick delay. Don't worry about these ones there, they don't matter. Now this is it for this tutorial, but before we test it, I want to tell you how this works. So we'll start at this target spot here. Whenever an arrow hits one of these buttons, or one of the white wool buttons, it sends a signal into these redstone pieces here, which then takes it over to this block here, and it turns off this torch, which then quickly retracts and then extends this piston again. And what this does is it lets out power from these redstone repeaters here, and it gets rid of the power in this one because there's no power in this one. It doesn't turn this redstone on here, which then it means you lose 1 life, and then that happens again. So if I hit another one, it turns off this redstone repeater, which then you lose the middle life. Then it turns off this one, which then it means you lose that one, and then the guy dies inside the chamber if there's no lives left. If you hit the red wool, a signal goes out through here, which then turns off this torch, which then lets the test certificate free. So that's enough of that. It's time for talking. So let's take our first shot. How far can we go? We'll say there. Oh god, we lost a life. So what we have to do is actually go collect that arrow again. Do our second shot. I'll try there. Oh, there we go! We freed him, guys! You're free, my friend. Roam. Run away from this horrible place. Run towards the sun. Run towards the sun, my friend. So there we go, that is our simple arrow mini game. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please remember to leave a like. If you want to see more of these, remember to subscribe. If you have any ideas for tutorials, please leave them in the comments because I do take a look at them. And that's really all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!